What is going on, guys? It's your boy Shootout 407 here, back with another YouTube video. We are going to be doing what we did in a previous GM challenge video, where we are going to do the fantasy draft and see if we can win a cup in 1 year. And let's hope that we can do that, because that'd be pretty sick. Last time we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, so you can see we're going to be using the Philadelphia Flyers. We're going to be doing 3 randomizations. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. So it did not help us too much. We're going to be using the 28th pick. And I feel like the last time I think I went too early on a goalie. I splurged for Carey Price, and I think that we got bitten. We bit the bullet on that one because he wasn't that great for us. I'll be honest. There is no cap space. I turned that off. Obviously, injuries are off because that's just something we don't want to deal with. I think I'm gonna start off with Steven Stamkos, and this is only a 1 year thing, so it obviously makes sense to pick Steven Stamkos. You know, it doesn't matter about contracts. No contracts matter. Hopefully it's Simon. Okay, good. Simon for us. Contracts don't matter. We can resign whoever we want. We're gonna be doing 4 picks this time instead of 3. 3 was a little bit too little. So we got our center. So I don't think we should take Bergeron. I'm really looking at Roman Yossi there. Definitely not looking at Attendee right now, because Roman Yossi's the top guy. I mean, there's Eric Carlson there. We gotta think about who's gonna be there when we come back in the next round, because we do have a late pick. I want Steven Stamkos to have a top guy with them. So we're gonna go with Vladimir Tarasenko. So we're gonna see who is up here on the board. I think we definitely got to go defenseman. We definitely want a top defenseman. However, it does look like goalies are going off the board pretty quick there. See what we have. Okay, so Carey Price, Jacob Markstrom still up there. Yeah, I don't want to go for this is when I went for a goalie last time, and I feel like I went too quick on a goalie last time. So I definitely want to slow down the pace there. I think I'm gonna go with Oliver Ekman-Larsson as our top D man. We gotta have a guy that can shut it down back there, and I think OEL is definitely the guy that can do it for us. But I don't know. I think now we definitely got to go with Attendee, with Holtby and Carter Hart all being both off the board. Unless we really want to risk it, we can go with another top defenseman. Let's see what the goalies are looking like now. Carey Price, Jacob Markstrom are all still there. There's still a bunch of 80s, 90s, 88s, 87s. So I think I'm going to try to push it one more round and go with another defenseman, maybe Brent Burns? Brent Burns to go with them, or Giordano. All the defensemen up here are pretty old, though, to be honest. 35, not that it matters, because it's only a 1 year simulation. Dustin Bufflin. I'm not really liking too many people up here. We got our top guys up there. I think I'm gonna go with the big man Shea Weber. We're gonna do one more pick actually, just so I can make sure we get Attendee. We're gonna go with 5 picks. Honestly, probably there won't even be Attendee up there for us. But let's hope that there is. Ryan Sutter finally off the board. There's still a lot of top defensemen up there. So maybe we should have went with a forward there. Who knows? We'll see what we come out with. So yeah, we're definitely going to pull Fleury here, because now goalies are trying to go off the board. Well, at least we settle with a solid 87 overall. So we're going to sim the rest of the draft. We're not going to make any more picks. I think we're off to a pretty solid start. Marc-Andre Fleury, Shea Weber, OEL, Vladimir Tarasenko, and Steven Stamkos. So that's not looking too bad. I think we actually have a shot. Don't forget, the rules are I can sign 1 free agent if I need to, and I can make 1 trade. So if I need be, I can make those 2 happen. Last time we signed a free agent before the season even started, which there was a ton of solid free agents. I don't know why they weren't drafted. It was like 81s in the free agent pool. So I was like, well, I might as well take advantage of that. So we added a solid free agent, and he actually pulled through for us. We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm hoping to take it one step farther and at least make it to the Stanley Cup this year, if not win it. If not, we're gonna have to extend the series, and we're gonna have to go for a Stanley Cup. Not that it'll end at just because we lost, but who are we looking like? Fleury, Trocheck's not a bad pick. Kasperi Kapanen, Cody Glass, nothing too bad. Malcolm Subban, that's not a bad backup 10D. Other than that, it's not looking too bad. It's not looking great. Not looking good. But we're gonna have to see what the lines are looking like. I'm gonna get the lines all figured out and look at the free agents, and I'll catch up with you guys there. All right, so these are what the lines are going to be looking like to at least start out the season until we make a trade. I always wait till the trade deadline to see if it's time to make a trade or not. So we're going to have Zach Parise on the left side. He is going to be our free agent signing. Our team was not looking good at all, guys. Like, it was we had a 74 on the left side there on the fourth line, and we did not look too hot in preseason. I think we went like 1, 3, and 2 maybe. So I knew we definitely had to spark the offense. So we got Steven Stamkos centering that line with Vladimir Tarasenko. That line doesn't look too bad. Connor Brown, Vincent Trocheck, and Connor Sheary on the second line. We got Kasperi Kapanen. I only have him on the second or on the third line because he gives us all those +1 overalls, as opposed to if we put him on the second line, then he loses a +1. Then we got Jared McCann, Cody Glass, Martin Cott, I don't even know how to say his last name, Nicholas Robertson, and Brett Seney, all on the fourth line. Let's show you the defense real fast. We got OEL on the first line with Shea Weber. Talk about a pairing and a half for those two. Then after that, it just drops off. It's not too great. We don't even have to look at it. And tendies aren't too bad. Hopefully they just hold their own. We got Marc-Andre Fleury, I guess I should say, and Malcolm Subban. So hopefully Malcolm Subban looks like he did when he was with the Golden Knights back when Fleury got hurt. But yeah, we're running with that old Golden Knights duo right there. So we're just gonna get this season going. Hopefully we can get to a hot start and just carry it out from there. Our status is a buyer, so I honestly think that we'll be buying very soon. Because so far the team doesn't look too hot. We're gonna do the first month of the season, maybe a little bit more. So we start the season with a 4-1 huge win there. After we do and we get absolutely pumped in the second game, 9-2. Come back with a win and then another loss. So we're a streaky team, and looks like it's gonna be. We're always a streaky team, I feel like. So we're 2-2. Golden Knights are 5-2 now. So we are not off to the hottest start as we come back 3-3. It looks like we're gonna be a 500 team so far to start the season. But I just hope that we can, bounce back. And hopefully it's just the lines getting used to each other. We have +1 on all those lines, so we're back to 4-4. Well, last time we didn't have the hottest record to begin with, and then we kind of hit a hot streak at the end of the season, and that's how we got in the playoffs. And once we got into the playoffs, it was all uphill from there. We made it past the divisional round, made it to the Western or the Eastern Conference Finals, and then of course we lost to the Buffalo Sabres, who eventually won the Stanley Cup. So I guess we can at least say we lost to the Stanley Cup champions. So we're just gonna check out the point leaders here real fast, and then I'm gonna hop a couple months, and then I'm gonna catch up with you guys to see how we're doing. Right now we're 7-5, so definitely better than I thought. Vladimir Tarasenko leading the way with 14 points. Steven Stamkos with 13, both points per game players. Kasperi Kapanen on the third line, 10 points, not too bad. Shea Weber with 8, also not bad. And then Zach Parise, 5 goals. He's really lighting the lamp on the first line. There are not too many assists, but that's okay. We really didn't sign him to put too many assists up there. That line overall is just, as long as they keep putting the puck in, then I'll be feeling all right. Who's the least point getter on our team? Peak. I mean, he's a crappy defenseman on the third line anyway. So what about Nicholas Robertson? I feel like we're gonna have to try to trade maybe our first round pick or something for some depth on offense, or maybe honestly on defense. But I'm gonna catch up with you guys in a couple of months, obviously in the game as far as the game goes. And then we're gonna simulate to the trade deadline, and then we're gonna see what we're looking like, and I might maybe end up making a trade there. All right, so we are at February 1st. We are at 26-20-5. We are second in our division. If you were to ask me when we first started how I would feel about that, I'd be pretty happy about that. There is nothing to complain about so far. Unless this team just goes on a massive losing streak, then I definitely won't be too happy. We got Vladimir Tarasenko leading the team still, about 8 points above one game. That made no sense. He's got at least a point per game. We got Stamkos with a point per game. Then after that, there's a huge drop off. I mean, there's a huge drop off there in overall too, but that's just still a massive drop off. But you know what? As long as they're scoring and we're winning, I guess I can't complain too much. Everyone's getting points. OEL leading defense with 28 points. Shea Weber with 24. Not too bad for a top two pairing. I'm definitely happy with that between the two on defense. Just as long as they keep producing points, I can't complain. We're just going to keep simming here and hope that we continue the same luck. We're going to be coming up on the trade deadline here. I'm still definitely going to be making a trade just because I feel like, it's obvious that we should, especially if we have a first round pick that we could just trade away. I mean, I know it's not like real to trade a first round pick away just for like nothing, but we're doing it because we got to do whatever we can to get the first pick or not the first pick. We got to do whatever we can to go as far as we can in the playoffs. So we get an overtime loss there versus the Los Angeles Kings. So we're not too bad. I think they get camera shy maybe because whenever we're recording, I feel like they don't do too high. Like if we go back to 500, that's gonna be pretty ugly. If we lose 2-0 and come back, well, bounce back with a 4-0 win. I've noticed that we just can't beat like divisional games. I don't know what it is. We lost 2-0 to the Penguins right there, and we lose 2-0 to Detroit. So maybe it's just not the divisional games. I don't know. We're slipping down the rankings though. So we're definitely gonna have to try and make a big trade. We'd beat Tampa though. That's a huge win. Well, I guess I don't really know who they have, but if it was a normal team, then that'd be a huge win. We got to beat Pittsburgh here. We got to start beating our divisional teams though, which that's a huge win because we're still in 5th place, but that sets us up a lot better than if we were to lost for them. So I'm gonna go look for some trades and see what we can get, and I'll update you guys from there. Okay, so we have made a trade. We had traded Cody Glass away, which I know it wasn't like if it was more than 1 year, I definitely wouldn't have done this trade. But just because it was this 1 year and it's a sprint for the finish line, I traded Cody Glass for Alex Galchenyuk, and then we got a defensive player too. We got Ryan Murray, so that adds a lot of depth on both defense and offense. So basically, Alex Galchenyuk replaces Cody Glass. But then we get Ryan Murray, which we desperately needed on defense. And then goalie just stays the same. We have not too many games left. We have 22 games left, I believe. So like I said, it's a sprint for the finish line. If we can make it into the playoffs, that'd be huge. I feel like we definitely have the team to do it now after the depth that we added. And if we can make it, like I said, that'd be huge. But it's the difference maker is going to come down to the divisional games because I don't even know what this is. Keep current trade block. There we go. And continue simming. There we go. So it's going to come down to the divisional games. We are in 5th place. We're tied with the Penguins right now. Like I said, that game is a difference maker that we won on the 23rd. So we start off with 1 win with a new team and then an overtime loss and a loss. So didn't bounce back too high, but this like I said, those divisional games are going to make the difference. So we get 1 versus the Islanders. See if we can steal 1 from the Capitals. We absolutely rocked by them 7-0. That's what we don't need. We get the Islanders with a 6-5 shootout loss, and then we beat the Senators. So as long as we're beating someone, I guess it doesn't matter as long as we finish in the playoffs, it doesn't matter who we beat. As long as it doesn't come down to a tiebreaker in the division, that would definitely suck to, lose. Then we lose to the Penguins. We're in 6th place. We are falling down the rankings. I can't do anything. I've already used my trade and my free agent. I've done what I can, I think, to make this team better. As we get a 9-1 win. Come on, we need to go on a winning streak there. A nice little 3-game winning streak. We can't afford to go on a losing streak here. We got to beat Toronto. Okay, well, that's not going to do it. So we have 3 divisional games left. This could be the difference maker. As we lose, then we win. Okay, so we're not completely out of it yet. It looks like we're going to stop. I think we're going to stop. Oh, fire their head coach. That's not good. So after this game, we're going to stop and see where we sit in the playoffs. Okay, it went too quick for me. Okay, so let's see where we sit. We are in 2 points out. See, like I said, those points can definitely make a difference. So I don't know if we're like, I don't think we're eliminated yet, but we might be, just because we didn't win those divisional games. If we can win 2 more games, we might be able to squeak in a wild card spot. But we definitely got to win these last 2 games. If we don't, then there's no way that we make it. So let's see here. We're 38, 33, and 9, and if we lose, and then see when we win, I don't think we made it. Yeah, we definitely didn't make it. So that sucks that we didn't make it. I don't know how we didn't. I feel like we definitely had the offense to do it this time. We had 2 solid defensemen. Our goalies were pretty good, but in the end, I guess we just couldn't get it done. I don't know what happened with this team. Like I said, we had 2 solid offensemen, and then we had a pretty good depth team. And then, I don't know. We got to go look at the stats and see where it fell apart. Obviously, Vladimir Tarasenko leading the team with 92 points. That's what I expected when I took him. That's why I didn't want to go too crazy with a goalie early as I did. So we get Vladimir Tarasenko and Steven Stamkos with 92 points apiece. Alex Galchenyuk with 60 points. Obviously, he didn't contribute at all to us. Zach Parise, it was definitely worth the signing with 56 points. On the first line, that's not great, but it's not as bad as whoever could have been up there. OEL on defense with 50 points. That's huge. Xperia Kapanen, who was up and down on the third and fourth line, 44 points, not too shabby. With Shea Weber 44, Trocheck with 44. So then I think the difference maker was from 92 to 60. Like that's such a huge drop off. We didn't have the guy in the middle who could just weather the storm for us. We're gonna look at the goalies and see if maybe these goalies just couldn't figure it out. I mean, Malcolm Subban 7-7-5 save percentage was pitiful, 80 or 88%, not too high. I mean, Fleury's with 90, so that's also not too great. Fleury's goals against was a 3. He was 32, 28, and 4 shutouts. Malcolm Subban, no shutouts. Fleury played majority of the game, 65 of them. They couldn't get it done in clutch time. Good for Fleury getting 1 point, but yeah, it sucks that we couldn't get to the playoffs. But hey, if that's gonna happen in this series, we're gonna make the playoffs. We're not gonna make the playoffs. We're gonna go in one. We're gonna make it past the first round. We're not gonna make past the first round. But I definitely enjoyed making this series, so hopefully we can continue to make these again. That's going to be the end of this video, though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to always shoot your shot.